Assalamu alaikum to the countless law graduates in the season of 2026 to 2027 and those who are coming ahead. This video is specifically dedicated to those who have a greater inclination towards this uh, profession, which we call as a lawyer. So, today, the project which I have initiated myself is that today I will pertinently cater to the course which is known as the bar training course. Some preferably say it bar vocational course, some say it is the bar training test, and all those, and different forms, different shapes. And one should cater to this, that what actually is the bar vocational course and why should we go forth. First and foremost, what is the bar training course? As far as the country of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, which I have made clear that in front of me, was obviously founded by a barrister, Barrister Muhammad Ali Jinnah. India was also founded by a lawyer, and he too was a barrister, Barrister Mahatma Gandhi, and so forth. Many of the countries which you find in the map, in the global map today, are mostly and profoundly founded by lawyers. Now, the real reason that our profession law has gained great essence in the upcoming years is that, as far as Pakistan at least is concerned, if we come to the truth, there is no scope for other professions in Pakistan. In my extremely biased opinion, I still say that law is one of those fields that where if you dedicate your day and night out, obviously, then you shall be able to make great deeds of it. So, moving on, once I will now cater to the fact of what is a bar vocational course and the other alternatives that you see in the United Kingdom with it. So, let's talk about what actually is the law if you want to become the barrister. So, first and foremost, one must complete his LLB, Bachelor's in Law. A very extremely, what would I say, is that a very well renowned methodology that has come up in the most recent years is that people from Pakistan in this field uptake the external law program from University of London. There are countless institutes that have been authorized by the University of London to provide an LLB degree here, and therefore it's a project for 3 years. After 3 years of you get the same degree as if you were in London and studying from the University of London itself. You can do bachelors from England and Wales itself, the United Kingdom itself, and or anywhere in the world. But in regard to the fact that if you do your bachelors and you get your degree from another country apart from the United Kingdom, you must do a specific course known as the GDL, the Graduate Diploma in Law, which means that even if you've done, for example, you've done LLB from LUMS, for example, you've done LLB from Qaid-e-Azam Law University or other respectable and esteemed institutions of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. So, in case if you're able to not properly uptake the LLB, first and foremost, and you take some other course as well, such as business and all that, and politics and all that, or you take an LLB degree from an institute which is not recognized with the United Kingdom and any other part of the world as well, you must do the graduate diploma in law after your LLB, and upon the results of that graduate diploma in law, you shall be able to uptake the bar vocational course, the bar training course, whatever you might say as such. Moving on, so one extremely works hard to complete his LLB. The trend is here that for bar at least is that you must at least have a 2-2. 2-2 requires the fact that you must have about 50 to 60% of your in the percentage in your total aggregate in your LLB. For example, if you do not have an LLB, or you do it LLB from any other education institute in Pakistan, apart from that which offer University of London degree or an external degree or such, so you can do it, but that you will be applied upon the same rulings as a simple LLB, but from the graduate diploma in law. Therefore, the graduate diploma in law shall be the ultimate factor for deciding that whether you can go for this course or not. And initially you must go for that if you have not done an external LLB program, or or any such say that LLB program which has not been recognized by the United Kingdom. So once you do this once you do this LLB from any institute which has been recognized by the United Kingdom or GDL, to say it at least must be a 2-2. Now moving on, it must be accepted that there's a board. So it is a professional degree, and this professional degree is governed by the Bar Standards Board. The Bar Standards Board is the regulatory authority for this course in itself. The Bar Standard Board has asserted very limited, about 8 to 9 educational institutes in the United Kingdom that have been authorized to provide this bar training course. The more renowned are BPP, University of West of England, from where I did my bar LLM, MMU, Manchester Metropolitan University, City University, Cardiff University, University of Law, and Northumbria, Nottingham Trent, and all those. So these are the limited universities that are offering these courses, and each university has its own requirements. You must satisfy each and every university and its requirements, and for the sake of that, the conditions of at least entering into the United Kingdom for the bar vocational course is that you must complete your IELTS test, or the Pearson test of English, if I'm correctly asserting it, or some universities such as mine, UV or BPP, have their own tests which are mostly similar to the IELTS and the PTE, and they have their own standards. It must be catered very correctly that once these requirements of their grades, their English test, you must obviously go through the tedious effort of the personal statement, uploading your documents, all those UK visa requirements such as TB test, maintaining a bank statement, and I must assure you that the universities are well aware of our obviously problems from this demographic, so they make sure, and I'm telling you in advance so you calculate your funds. I said that they make sure that a big sum of your total fees is collected before you have left your country and before you have entered into their country, and as soon as you enter they ask a registration fees. For me, the total fees for University of London, University of West of England bar LLM was about £16,500 tuition fee only. Apart from that, the accommodation fees for me within the university itself was about £850 to £900, about so. Apart from that, you must also calculate the fact that there is a great expense that you should be taking with you. So during this course, and I make it very clear, during this course, it is best that you do not go with any other ventures such as employment or traveling or such. So this is a highly dedicated course and it is a full-time job, and I tell you it in hindsight that I made the best decision of my life to not go for other routes for employment and ventures and all that. So moving on, I'm making it very clear that once you have acquired their test, once you acquired their conditional acceptances, once you've taken the effort and the tedious time of acquiring the conditional acceptance for each university has its own set of requirements, but the minimum is obviously 2-2, and 2-2. Apart from that, obviously English test, IELTS, PT, or their own if they have preferably given the option to do so, and apart from that, the personal statement, and eventually persuading them that you are competent enough to enter their course. and obviously the fee sum you must have in mind is about 16,000 to 17,000 in this given time of this video. So once you've done this, apart from that, one crucial point that, for example, in Pakistan, is there makes no comparison, but for the purpose of explaining, Pakistan issues lawyers cards, if you can say such, for them to practice in the courts. The council which permits or actually publishes you as a barrister is known as Lincoln Inn, Grey Inn, Middle Temple, and Inner Temple. So these are four inns, or you can say councils to make the terminology much more appropriate. So Inner Temple, Lincoln's Inn, Middle Temple, and Gray's Inn. So for Pakistan, obviously the founder of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Barrister Muhammad Ali Jinnah, went to Lincoln's Inn. There's a statue of him made there, dedicated them. It is our honor that we are a part of Pakistan. It is our honor that we follow his legacy in the profession, and obviously representing our country there as well in that specific course. So for a Pakistan's perspective, I would heavily endorse the fact that you must go to Lincoln's Inn. So you must take your membership of Lincoln's Inn. They will basically ask you to fill some details, that your passport has been endorsed by some sort of lawyer or some sort of professional person. There's a list given in the Lincoln's Inn admission membership form. You fulfill that membership form, you fulfill the details that they've given you, and ultimate you have to send them at the Lincoln's Inn address. And for me, about in 8 days time, they gave me the membership. So whilst applying for these universities, you must at least have this membership. For me, at that point of time, about 1 or 2 years ago, the membership fee was £150 for the Lincoln's Inn. Another bothersome question that arises over and over again for many students is, okay, you've gotten the conditional acceptance, you then fulfilled the grades, you fulfilled their PTE test and all that, you've got the funds, you've got the university. If problem is that what are the pertaining factors relating to our in sessions? So let me make it very clear. In sessions are not all dinners. These are sessions. Each in requires the student to complete these subjects, which I shall touch in future in just a few while, and you must require these subjects to be cleared. You must be required to fulfill your sessions. All of these sessions are not ultimately dinners. There are dinners, but they are, for the sake of your experience, they're not contingent on your call to bar, which is the ultimate pride that you shall be aiming for. Just the dinners are there for you to experience the Lincoln's in itself and have this talk with these other barristers and judges and so on and so forth. The most important part for you is there are some themes. You can go to Lincoln's Inn page. There are particular themes, and Lincoln Inn issues from time to time sessions informing you that this session is for such theme, please book it, and such session is for such theme. Even the dinners are based upon a theme. You are required to fulfill each of these themes at least once, and apart from those, you can take others as well. So you need to have 10 points in total, and each 1 point or each session from one theme particularly. And apart from that, these 10 out of these 10 sessions, 2 of them should be interactive. This means that they will be requiring in those 2 interactive sessions. Out of these 10, 2 of them should be interactive. Therefore, they must be requiring you to interact with one another, and they will have, for example, they will have an advocacy session or some such sort, or require you to do some sort of public speaking or something like that. So at least 2 interactive, 1 from each theme that mentioned in the Lincoln's Inn page, and apart from that, you must have each 10 sessions to be completed. So I made it very clear. So once I made it clear is that you've taken the admission, you're in the United Kingdom, you're in your particular university, you're focusing on your future, you want to be the best student, you want to be the topper. So now I believe there are a particular set of questions that I will address, that I also had while I was leaving my country. And this will be a very candid and honest conversation with you, my fellow lawyers and aspiring barristers. Let me make it clear. Obviously, some of the myths that I have made it clear that being able to do this course requires your full and complete attention from time to time. You must be completely dedicated, devoted, and determined for this course. It's a full-time job. You must be in such a financial condition to issue money from your country, and you have to depend on them for the rest of the year. And this is the most possible method for you to clear the course. And apart from that, I would also like to highlight, okay, you've completed the bar. Is there a future for you in the legal profession in the United Kingdom? Can you stay in the United Kingdom with this course and be able to acquire future sponsorship, future legal jobs or such? So I can vouch, it is clear and it is very vivid. I'm not trying to throw you off the track. Clear and vivid and obvious. I would not say prima facie, they will say it on your face, but there is clear and obvious discrimination. We belong to such demographics that is not very much well recognized or well appreciated. You will always be in the back seat of their minds. You will not be their number one go-to guy in most instances. So you must be able to get that through. You're there to complete the course. And if you're planning to do these moot sessions and these courses, these other ventures, and being able to cater to their need, to their activities and such sort, the honest answer is that for the sake of argument, even if you do that, for the sake of argument, even if they are able to entertain your interests as such, the ultimate future is that the pupillage, henceforth, the legal jobs that they offer in their firms, and after that, they will issue you a practicing certificate allowing you to practice in their courts properly for all cases. Is that they will, in the most likely scenario, they will not hire you. You have entered the United Kingdom at least at the LLB, for I'm just for the sake of argument from the LLB, and then or in most circumstances for this course specifically only. So if you entered this course from the LLB, at if you entered the country from the LLB stage, and or if for most of us was from the stage of entering the bar course. So you cannot spend your time in these ventures in sacrificing your studies, and in that cost you're not able to have that buckle and baggage of experience that the firms will ask, demand from you. You will not have any mini pupillages, you will not have any moot competitions, you will not have that legal experience behind you, and you will not have done any programs in that light for them, the pupillage to even consider you. Our demographic is indeed against us, and for the best of our interests, it is in our regard that you spend your total time in your studies. The best possible scenario for you in the United Kingdom for the purpose of us acquiring in experience is that as soon as you complete your bar course, you search and hunt legal jobs, and the maximum approach that you'll get was, if it's for if you don't get that much lucky, if it's paralegal. Paralegal means that in a reputed firm you shall be catering to legal research, you shall be doing some basic filings and printings and all those, or at least you shall be tending towards a county advocate. County advocate refers that the most you can go, the luckiest you'll get in most probable circumstances, if I'm being candid and honest, is that the most you'll go with, if you're attempting to get some legal experience in the United Kingdom, the most you'll go is that you'll be a county advocate. County advocate refers to that you'll do small claims, For example, that someone is causing a nuisance and they require you to do get an injunction. So very mini claims, very small claims, puny claims, and I believe wasting your 2 years of your time that you'll spend in the UK and return to Pakistan without any Pakistan legal experience, I say the bet is better that you spend your 2 years of time after the